This is the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, a new addition to the Spark line of devices from Tecno, and this comes in addition to two other variants, and that is the Tecno Spark 10C and the Tecno Spark 10 regular. What I have is the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about my first impressions about this device and unboxing a few accessories you get when you purchase the device. I'm DELPPY and let's get talking. The box for the Tecno Spark 10 Pro isn't too different from what we saw for the Spark series that came out last year, but what is inside? You are getting the device itself, which is the Tecno Spark 10 Pro, but I'll get into that in a bit. For now, just admire how beautiful the device looks. Let's move on. Tecno was kind enough to add a transparent TPU case in the box, which would give you some form of protection, but to be very honest, with how beautiful this device is, I really wouldn't want to slap a case on it. You're also getting a SIM ejector tool to eject the SIM card tray for this device. Tecno was kind enough to also add a pair of headphones in the box because the device comes with a 3.5mm headphone port. In 2023, this is something you don't really see much often. The device comes with an 18-watt fast charger brick. As we're talking about fast charging, you should obviously know that this device comes with USB Type-C charging cable, so yes, you get that as well in the box. You do know that Tecno doesn't miss with the 12+1 warranty card, so that was also placed in the box as well. Alright, that's all you get in the box. The color scheme comes in three color variants. We have the Starry Black, which is what I have here. It's super beautiful. And we also have the Lunar Eclipse, which comes in a leather finish at the rear side. There's also the Pearl White variant as well. These variants are just beautiful because of the glass finish at the rear side of the device. And I'm really impressed that Tecno could slap a glass finish on a mid-range device. That's something you rarely see on most mid-range devices, so this is an amazing touch to the device and it makes it very beautiful. I mean, look at the design. We're also looking at a boxy design for this device, so it gives you that comfortable feel without needing to have a case on it to get that comfortable feel. At the back of the device, you could clearly see the Tecno Spark branding, which is beautiful. There's a dual camera setup system going here with an additional flash. There's a 50-megapixel main camera sense and a QVGA, or something they call the AI lens, for taking great shots. I'll be moving more into that in the camera section. The aluminum frame on this device has a matte finish that makes it feel very comfortable in the hands. It feels actually nice. I'm into all the matte stuff, but that finish just gives it the premium feel. And it's funny how this is a mid-range device but giving flagship vibes, especially with the feel and design. On the right side of the device is where you have the power button that doubles as a fingerprint scanner, and that has always been efficient to me because by pressing the power button, you are always logging into your device seamlessly and it's super fast. There's a volume rocker button as well on the same side of the device. On the left side of the device is where we have the SIM tray. Now this SIM tray has support for 2 nano SIM cards and an expandable storage. So I missed all the storage they're giving you here. Tecno is still giving you the chance to use expandable storage on this device, and that is awesome. At the bottom of the device, you have a mono speaker system with the USB Type-C charging port and the headphone jack and the microphone port as well. At the top of the device, there's nothing there. It's completely blank. All right, let's talk about the display. So Tecno is calling the display on this device a dot-in display because of the presence of the selfie camera, that rounded circle we mostly see. Some other devices call theirs the punch hole display. That is what Tecno is calling it on their device this time, the dot-in display. And it's a 6.7-inch display, which is quite tall. Now it does have quite an obvious chin. It's not that obvious, but it's great. For a 2023 device, it's okay. The display on this device is FHD+, which is capped at 1080p. And oh my, this is the first Pro Spark device that comes with 90Hz refresh rate. So we're enjoying 90Hz refresh rate. It's in the settings. You could actually toggle it off if you don't want to use it because it has a toll on battery life. But if you want to enjoy the smoothness on this device, you're good to go. Tecno added the fact that this device has a wide color gamut range, and that basically means color accuracy on this device is top notch. Now I'm so impressed because of course this device is a mid-range device and it's not supposed to do so much as it's doing already, but then again, this is my first impressions and these are most of the few things I've experienced on this device. The wide color gamut is a really essential tool because if you're consuming content and the colors are quite off and not balanced, it hurts a lot. So having that wide color range just basically means that you're getting accuracy in terms of color on videos or content you consume on this device. You can stream content on YouTube for up to 1080p or higher in certain circumstances. When it comes to brightness, the device has a 580 nits of central brightness, which means it could get extremely bright in certain conditions, but when you're outdoors, you might struggle a little bit with consuming content on this device. It's not bad. It gets the job done, so I really admire that on the device. Performance is another part this device thrives in, and that is because of the presence of the Helio G88 processor from MediaTek. You can game with high-end games like Call of Duty Mobile, Apex Legends Mobile. I spent some time gaming with Call of Duty Mobile on this device, and I did experience some minimal heating or thermal throttling issues here and there, but that is as a result of gaming for longer periods. The MediaTek Helio G88 processor is quite underrated because it holds up really well on the Spark 10 Pro. Talking about processor, the device comes with 256 GB of internal storage, which is what I have, coupled with 8 gigs of RAM, which can be boosted with the help of memory fusion to up to 16 GB. That is amazing. There are fewer devices at that price point, and I must say, overall performance on this device is amazing. The cameras on this device are another interesting part for the device because they do take some stunning photos most or certain mid-range devices don't do. In the right lighting conditions, you're expected to get the best out of these cameras, and trust me, they're good. There's a 32 megapixel front-facing selfie camera, like we call it, and it takes ultra high definition glowing selfie pictures on this device. That is great. As you can see, these are some selfie samples I took with the device, and you should just be the judge of it in the comment section. There is a 50 megapixel high definition camera at the rear side as well, and that takes amazing pictures as well. If you're on a budget and you're looking for a Tecno device that has all of these things I mentioned to offer, the Tecno Spark 10 Pro should be your go-to. Of course, the batteries on this device come at 5,000 mAh capacity, and they should last you over a day if you're not a heavy user and you probably have 90 Hz turned off. But to be very honest, these cameras do an amazing job. The build is super nice. The battery life on here is great, and looking at the fact that you have an 18 watt fast charger as well in the box, you're able to juice your device up earlier than previously in most of the Spark devices they released earlier. So this should definitely be a device you should look out for if you're looking at getting any Spark device from the Spark line of devices, or even any mid-range device, and that is your budget. By budget, I mean 2,100 cedis or 1,830 cedis for the 128 GB internal storage variant. Bear in mind, like I said earlier, that you could also bump the storage up with expandable memory of up to 1 TB. Crazy. I'm DELPPY. This has been my first impressions for the Tecno Spark 10 Pro. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and as always, we go talk more, Charlie.